in your own time.
Okay, well, hello fellow Trojans. My name is Donnie Williams. I'm going to be teaching Laura here how to make a gourmet peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now Laura, first I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Now, how much experience do you have making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Not many. We didn't grow up having like the traditional peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at school, so.
Okay, you know, here in the U.S., the peanut butter and jelly sandwich is a huge staple in school. I know you didn't grow up here. You grew up outside the country. In which country?
Argentina.
Argentina, yeah. And so that's probably why you didn't really grow up around many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I know here, when I grew up, we definitely had our PB&Js. But it's okay because I'm going to teach you how to make one right now. Alright, now, this is not going to be your typical peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This is going to be one that I used to make in college when I worked for the sandwich shop. And, I mean, people like their PB&Js as kids. They like them when they're in college, too. I guess they're pretty cheap. But, yes, this is a more gourmet peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's actually going to be peanut butter, Nutella, and bananas. And we're also going to grill it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and run through the steps. I've actually written out the recipe for you. The recipe right here, calls for peanut butter, Nutella, banana, bread, and also some butter. And you're going to need a stove, which we have right there, and a little pan to grill it. Now, like I said, I'm going to run through the steps with you first, and I have a finished sandwich already made that I'm going to let you taste so you know how it tastes and what the texture and stuff is going to be. And I also have a little judging criteria right here. It's called a sweet and savory assessment. I'm going to be judging you on the 3 T's, taste, toast, and texture. And based on how well you do with this sandwich, as a nice little incentive to make sure that you do it correctly, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a different kind of sandwich that we made there, which is more of a savory sandwich. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, so now, like I said, for the recipe you need peanut butter, Nutella, bread, and butter. Now we've got our peanut butter right here, extra crunchy, Nutella, bread, and the bananas. Now when you make this sandwich, the first thing you need to do is start by turning your stove on. You're going to turn on over low heat, just to get or medium heat, just to kind of get the pan heated up there, so by the time you get back there, it'll be done. And you're going to pick your peanut butter. We've already picked our crunchy one. The other one we used to use was chocolate or even soy peanut butter. I know, soy butter. And you're going to take 2 slices of bread. Now, when you take your 2 slices of bread, you want to get a couple from the center, because the closer you get to the edge, it's going to, chip you a little bit. The bread is a little bit different towards the edges. You get larger pieces in the middle. So you get 2 slices of bread, and you're going to spread peanut butter on this one side of one slice, and you're going to spread Nutella on another slice. You're going to take half of a banana and dice that into little 1/4-inch pieces and layer it in one single layer on one side of one slice of bread. Put your two breads together, and then we're going to add a little butter to one side. Take it to your heated pan right here and put the butter side down. Put a little butter on the other side too. After that, it starts to, one side gets golden brown, you flip it over and let the other side get golden brown, and then you remove it. And you end up with a nice sandwich like this that is nice and golden brown, and it has kind of a little crispy outside, but when you bite into it, it's nice and gooey on the inside. So there's your finished product. I'm going to go ahead and let you taste it now so you get an idea of how it's supposed to taste. Kind of idea. Not too sweet, not too savory. They balance each other out pretty well. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and actually make a sandwich.
You want to make it?
No, I'm going to actually let you make it, using the recipe that we've got here. So do you remember what are the things that we need?
Bread, peanut butter, Nutella, banana, stove seating, and my friend.
Very good, very good.
Okay, do that. Is there a specific amount?
Actually, for this, it's because based on the taste, you want it to be kind of sweet, but and then kind of savory. You want to start off with just about a serving, and then you add a little bit more, just to kind of cover the rest of the bread. Your pro already. You said you didn't make very many of these. Alright, you're actually probably going to get a little bit more peanut butter. I'm going to get a nice cover there. Very nice. Alright, now, what's the next step?
Nutella.
Very good. And you forget, we've got the recipe right here. So. Same thing here. Nutella is really, really sweet, so you want to get a good amount on there, but you don't need as much as the peanut butter because peanut butter is a very strong taste, but Nutella is as well. And because you want the sandwich to be a little sweet and a little savory, you don't want to have too much sweet. Very good. Alright. Now we've got the banana. I know it's already been cut in half, so. Careful. Yeah. Good, yeah, you want a little about 1/4 inch slices just like that. There you go. Now remember, you're going to layer out in one single layer if possible. Yeah, that's the thing about the bananas. Once you cut into a banana, it gets really, really slimy. Thankfully, we used to wear gloves at work. Yeah, if you have a couple that are hanging off, just ask for presentation afterwards. Alright, do you remember what the next step is?
Fold it, and I'm going to put butter on one side.
Very good. So we've got our butter right there. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this spoon with this knife off right here.
Thank you.
Okay. Here you go. Now, if you put too much butter on it, go ahead and put some on there. If you put too much butter, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get an oily taste in your mouth, just an oily coating. So you don't want too much butter, but you want enough to make it kind of, crisp up. So a little bit more. There you go. Alright, so take this over here. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Now we're going to take our spatula and move this over the other side now.
And then I need to get the butter?
Yes. Same thing here. Not too much butter, not too little. Now I'm going to let you flip it over next time since I did this time. A little bit more.
How long do you wait?
It'll probably take about a minute or so for it to get nice and golden brown before you flip it over. So let's review so far. What was the first thing we had to do?
We picked 2 slices of bread. We put peanut butter in one and then Nutella in the other one. And then we added our bananas. And we covered it. And then we put butter on one side. And then you flipped it. And now I'm just waiting.
Yeah, now we're just waiting. Very nice, very nice. So you said that that you guys didn't really make many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches growing up. Did you use any peanut butter or even peanuts in many dishes at all?
We use peanut butter for breakfast time sometimes, but we use, instead of regular bread, we use our Asian buns.
Very nice.
And my dad doesn't usually follow exact recipes
Okay.
to cooking, so whatever floats his boat usually is what we eat.
Okay. Very nice.
I burn it.
It's a little more
Crispy.
crispy, but that's okay. That's okay. It's your first time. You're doing very good so far. It'll just make it nice and crispy on the outside. Enjoy it.